comfort as you fly with Emirates. With over 6,500 entertainment channels, trust me, you will not even get bored at all because we have the latest Hollywood hits to your favorite shows, live sports on board. So you're going to be watching that Mayu match there, okay? Or you're planning a trip soon, maybe to visit family, celebrate, or meet, that special someone. Nothing beats reuniting with loved ones. And with Emirates, the journey can be just as special. And if you're even traveling with kids, don't worry, they will love their own movie channels, toys, tasty meals made just for them. So they are going to be entertained on their own. So don't worry, you will not even have to stress over them. And while they're happy, doing that thing, you can now enjoy your own delicious multi-course meal inspired by global flavors served with your favorite drinks. And if you need space for gifts, Emirates generous baggage allowance makes packing even easy for you. So you already know that you're getting more with Emirates economy. That onboard showers you'll be dreaming about, they have it there. Trust me, I know how it is like to be dreaming of flying and just catching flights or feelings and all of those stuffs. Don't worry, Emirates has got you covered for everything. Just fly Emirates today and you'll see the wonders that you'll be getting. So just go to the website www.emirates.com to book now and make that journey amazing. The website once again is www.emirates.com. Don't let today pass by without you visiting Emirates to check all of their flights and the ones available for that dream country.
I'm checking now. I'm checking
on vacation. Yes,
because I'm a frequent flyer. So yeah, I'm trying to see if I can get some business class. You know what I mean? Okay.
Millions of listeners trust us on Hardfact. Whether it's politics, social issues, controversies, and trending stories, we're credible and objective.
It's Hard Facts with Maryann Okon on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
.3 Nigeria Info. This is the nation's #1 talk news and sports radio station. We're broadcasting live from our audiovisual studios right here in Itimian Crescent, Victoria Island, Lagos. I did promise you last week that I was going to bring Dr. Fred. I have the powers. I'm not to the major, but I have the powers. I brought Dr. Fred. I kept him. You can only get the best of Dr. Fred on the weekends. But you see, if your name is Maryann Okon, you can make things happen. Ask my boss. All right. So I did say that we're going to continue our conversation on medical negligence from last week. Well, for those of you who do not know, we're tackling this topic because it's deeply personal for so many reasons. For so many people, I must tell you. And many Nigerians have stories to tell, endless stories. Medical negligence, misdiagnosis, and especially the heartache of being told that you have cancer when you don't. This is no abstract debate, I must tell you. Real women with families have undergone chemotherapy, surgeries, emotional trauma, all because of wrong diagnosis. And we have in the studio with us today Dr. Fred Oster, because he says that if I attempt to call his surname, I will cut my tongue. So Dr. Fred is in the studio. He's a practicing medical doctor. For those of you who do not know, he has experience in all of these things, and he's going to be helping us make sense of why these things are happening. So Dr. Fred, it's so good to have you join us in the studio. Thank you so much. I know that you are busy. You'd have been gone, but I use the power of the blood of Jesus to keep you.
It's good to be here. Good evening, Maryann.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Now, to begin, I want to play that clip of the lady who, as we speak now, is filing a lawsuit against a certain hospital who misdiagnosed her of cancer, and she obviously may not be able to have a child anymore. But I want you to pay attention to what she says in the video. So maybe we start there to query what we need to look out for when we go in for these medical checkups. So Lagos, we're live on Facebook.com/Nigeria Info FM. We're live on YouTube, Nigeria Info FM. My name is Maryann Okon. This is Hard Facts. Take a listen and then we'll talk.
Of cancer, stage 3 cancer, stage 3. Look at my hair. Look at my head. It's not even grown yet. It's not growing. Look at this head. I didn't dye it at all. This was from a reputable Nigerian hospital. I have filed my lawsuits. I've sued them. I will give you guys details of everything that has happened so far. It's crazy that a doctor will do this to me. A doctor will do this to me. They damaged me. They finished me. Just this one now. I didn't dye this hair. This is just see my scalp is even burnt already. So this is what Nigerian hospital can do to you. I will drag them. I'm waiting for the court hearing. They are saying we should settle out of court, but I don't even want to settle out of court. I want us to go to court. Do you understand? So I'm going to be dropping every stories of everything that he was going to help me do the biopsy. That I was going to pay the sum of 150,000 naira for the biopsy and the test. I was like, okay, this place you're doing the biopsy, he said yes, it's very reputable and he can do it. I had other options, but because I trusted him and he works in this hospital, I said, okay, well, let's do it. He took me to his private hospital, did a biopsy for me. That day that he did the biopsy, I suffered. I will put the picture. I don't know if TikTok guide rules. I don't know. I don't want them to take down this video. But this was what he did to me. He did the biopsy. Note, I went to meet this guy July 1st. Not June, no, July 1st. I still have the receipt. Everything is on my phone. This guy decided to do the biopsy, the test. He sent me the results on the 6th of July. Not June, no. He sent me the results. He just forwarded me the results. He didn't even say anything. Just said, you have cancer. He said he was going to help me with cancer. That you can survive, you will survive it. That you don't even know the way doctor will tell you. He said that because I'm young, I will survive it. When somebody says because you are young, that's I'm up for a very big battle now. I said, well, it's fine. I said crying. Imagine having that news that you have cancer. I started crying. My mom, everybody. I already gave up. I was like, it's fine. I met my consultant in this hospital. He said, yes, that if it is the cancer he's suspecting, that is very, very aggressive. That's the one there. But the funny thing is that for my age, that this particular type of cancer is not common for my age. It's cancer of the immune system. That's called lymphoma. It's not even just lymphoma, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Hodgkin's, yes. I don't know. I have known names of diseases since this whole thing started. He said, when did this start? I said, it is not even up to 1 month that this whole thing started because I did my birthday. That was May. It's cancer. That he said, really? He was suspicious to some extent. But he was like, okay, that this thing is very aggressive. Because I was already sick. He proceeded to say that I should go for chemotherapy. I'm like, I know chemotherapy is not a good thing. I said, just like that, chemotherapy? He said, yes. He said, yeah, because my lymph nodes are really, really enlarged and it's malignant. I said, okay, no wala. He told me that I might not have children because of the chemo, because they couldn't save my eggs. Yeah, there was no chance, like there was no opportunity for me to even like think, because I was desperate. He said, they didn't give me anything to sign. I said, there's no way they can save my. He said I could not afford it. I'm like, you didn't even ask me if I can afford it. Like there was no pep talk or anything. Because I was really sick, I said, okay, let's proceed now. Now who they alive, they born picking. He proceeded to the chemotherapy. He exposed me to radiation. Okay, when I got to that hospital, I thought cancer was a normal thing. Because everybody's cancer. He said, really? He was suspicious. People are killing people. People are dying in that hospital. I will mention the name. I will mention the name of this hospital. I will drag them. I will drag the living daylight out of them. Using students. They are using students. Gave me chemotherapy. Chemotherapy that is very harsh. What saved me was that I came back to Lagos. That was what saved me. I'm dropping stories, guys. Please follow.
Okay, there are people who would listen and say, come on, how could this have possibly happened? And that's where you come in, because last week we just had a conversation and one of the very first people who called in said, just listening to this girl gave him a reminder of what happened to his own friend who was misdiagnosed. She had clinical depression. She was diagnosed of having HIV and AIDS. And she died out of negligence. Where do we even start, with things like this? Because you can't expect everyone to be as knowledgeable, when it comes to these kinds of diseases, especially that we don't go to school to study them.
This is a very, very, very a sad case, and the funny thing about it is that it keeps reoccurring right now. And whenever we mention the word medical negligence in Nigeria, we're talking about a breakdown in the trust between a doctor, the patient, and the healthcare system. There's a breakdown in that sacred trust that the patient has in you. But we have to go further. Why is this issue keep happening? What can we do about it? But I want to say something, please, here on radio. It occurs all over the world, but we're noticing that our case is now becoming so frequent.
Yes.
Why is this happening? There are systemic issues and there are clinical issues. I wouldn't be talking about the clinical issues. Let's talk about the systemic issues. Are we sure that the people carrying out these procedures, they have the necessary skill for this procedure? This is beyond cancer. There are people carrying out surgeries who have no business in the theater. There are people prescribing medications beyond their level of care. So, do we have medical professionals carrying out procedures on patients even when they are not qualified to carry that procedure? Do we have people who are also impersonating medical professionals? Do we have them? Do we have facilities? Do we have equipment that are no longer functional? And again, do we also have a system where people have lost trust? Because from her statement, you could notice that she has a trust with this doctor, but I find it difficult to understand why they were so fast. Why were we so much in a hurry? Why didn't you give her opportunity for a second opinion?
Even when he seemed to be suspicious, saying that it was not in her age range, you know, he could have asked or ordered for a second, opinion.
Asking for a second opinion, number one, does not rub off your skill, your knowledge. It does not make you less of a health professional. Asking for a second opinion, even as a patient, does not mean you've lost trust in that doctor, but you just want to be... Sometimes you can ask for a third opinion.
Just to be sure.
Just to be sure. Now, for her case, she's alive to tell her story. There are people who are not alive to tell their stories. We also have... let me talk about the clinical reasons why this can happen. Sometimes people now take history so fast. Consultations are now so extremely short. You want to see 100 patients in 5 hours. The chances of you making mistake is so very high. Another reason is no consent. She mentioned nobody even explained to her the procedure and what she's getting into.
Yeah, and then the guy was quick to say you might not be able to afford it. So
who does that? Who says that?
She opted. She wanted to freeze her eggs. I mean, at least she was smart enough to say, "Can't I freeze my eggs?" And he says, "You can't afford it."
For a case like this, honestly, for a case like this, it's sad to say that I really want her to push forward. We want to see the outcome of this case, really, not because we are happy that a medical colleague will be going in for it, but also it can help us gradually sanitize the system.
Yeah.
It will help us. It will also help bring trust. You can hold people accountable. A lot of people don't even know that you can press for charges. People don't know. People don't know that you can actually report a case. If you feel that there was a case of medical negligence, you can report and let the necessary body do their investigation and come out with their findings. The one that surprised me, that pained me so much, was also the lady who died, and the doctor said, "We're not going to transfuse you with blood because I'm a Jehovah's Witness."
A doctor.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to be in the profession then.
You heard about that too in Port Harcourt.
Yes.
So why
are you a doctor?
Why do we have people like this in the profession? Why? Now let me shock you again. Somebody, I'm very active on social media. This is the second time this is happening. Somebody reached out to me and said, "I have prostate cancer." They said I have prostate. I'm like, okay, we are not even in the same locality. And I said, wherever you are, there's a teaching hospital there, right? This is what you should do. Please go to the teaching hospital, ask for this department, and let them check you. He went there. They checked, not prostate cancer.
Hey.
Not prostate cancer. So somehow I'm ashamed of what is happening in the profession, and somehow I feel like we just need to come out fully and sanitize the system, because every day people are losing trust. People are actually losing trust. I wouldn't lie to you of what is going on. The other one again we're seeing is wrong diagnosis, wrong medications, improper medications. Why? It's sad though. It's sad. I know people, and this is why I do what I do. Honestly, I left practicing somewhere else to be able to be in a position like this where I can speak on behalf of certain people. And if they don't have people to speak on their behalf, what happens? I want to use opportunity to appeal to the Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria and every necessary agency. We need to wake up. If a doctor tells you I'm a medical doctor, your job should be, there should be a portal where you can just go online and type the name of that doctor and confirm if truly this fellow is a medical doctor.
True.
Let me shock you. Yesterday, I have a colleague, we're very active on TikTok. He went somewhere and somebody stopped him. He's a doctor. I was talking to him about health. You know, we'll check you, we'll test all your body, we'll do this and do this and do this to you, we'll connect all the machine to your body. He played along. They connected the machine and told him, you have this problem, you have this problem, you have this problem. There are people like that moving in the streets
These
of
are
Nigeria.
fraudsters.
So Nigerians need a database where somebody can just come up to you and say, my name is Dr. Frederick Unigbohai. No problem. Wherever you are in the world, just go online, type the name and confirm if really this person is a medical doctor, if really this person have the necessary skills that he says he have. So it's sad, but I think we're in a position, in a privileged position to speak on behalf of certain people who can't speak for themselves. Now again, I want to appeal to Nigerians. The healthcare system is collapsing. And you might feel it doesn't concern you. You feel it doesn't concern you. For so many reasons, a doctor too can make mistake. I'm using the word mistake right now for so many reasons. One of them is the workload, burnout. I don't know if you're aware that medical doctors, NAD, are going on strike very soon.
Yeah, resident doctors.
Resident doctors. And they're going on strike, and one of their demands is the workload. A tired doctor, let me say it here, a tired doctor will most definitely make errors in your management. If you are seeing a doctor and for whatever reason you're noticing that this doctor is weak and tired, your life is at risk. How would you feel? Your pilot is dozing. How would you feel? Who does that?
Or your driver.
Or your driver is dozing. Then how do we now afford to have this in the healthcare system? This would keep happening. We'll have more cases. Like, I'm not justifying what happened to her, no.
Yeah.
But I'm just giving other reasons why we might see more cases of errors in medical practice. And people should wake up and speak and appeal to our leaders that something needs to be done. It could be me tomorrow. It could be anybody. You listening to me, you could be in that same position where a doctor has not slept for 72 hours. And that doctor is to go in theater with you. What happens? What happens? It's sad.
I'm going to come back to this, of course, because we cannot have this conversation without talking about the role that government needs to play in upgrading the medical and health sector.
Yeah.
But let's talk about the fraud that goes on in this sector, the malpractice in itself. The fact that it's easy now for someone to say, okay, well, I can help you, but you have to come to my clinic. And most of the crazy things happen in their clinic. And in this girl's case, she was referred to my clinic. And so who's to tell that those my clinics have been properly registered with the health management system? They have, the medical lab scientist that is there is certified. The nurses, do you understand what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that there are clinics that don't work. I'm just trying to say, who's got the oversight function in checking these fraudulent activities that have happened under the guise of it's my clinic?
I want to say this, please. We have senior medical doctors that have been privileged to set up their own medical practice.
Yeah.
Now, you are not under the law. You're not barred from having that. You understand? But when you begin to siphon patients from let's say the teaching hospital to your practice, then there is a problem. Are we saying that this teaching hospital cannot afford this patient the level of care he or she deserves? Are you saying you are doing this because you care so much about the patients, or you are doing this because you want to make money? There are certain reasons why this can also happen. Some people say, I don't want to be in the queue I know this person is a specialist, and if I go to the teaching hospital, I might not even be under the care of this doctor because we have different consultants. So you might fall under another consultant. So I want to be managed by this doctor, therefore I have to go to his hospital.
And I don't mind paying extra.
I don't mind paying extra. Yes, that can happen. However, we need systems in place to be sure that we are practicing ethical medicine. We are not doing this to make money, or we're not doing this because the pay is poor. You know, if you carry out this procedure in the teaching hospital, you're going to pay 100,000. But if you come to my place, you're going to pay 1.5, so I'm making more money. We should be sure that the reason why this person is leaving this place to this place is ethical. Is because, we cannot provide you 24 hours electricity. We cannot provide you with, the theater here is bad, but I have set up a very good theater. There are reasons why this can happen. But over time, we've heard people complain that the major reason why they tell us to come to their hospital is because of money. Sometimes it's not the case. Now, it's sad to say this, but fraudsters are now taking over. It's genuine, really. Nobody is stopping you from doing that. But that boundary between what is right and what is wrong, there are people that have taken over it and causing harm to patients.
So how do we control it? Because it's not everyone, again, not everyone might be able to have access to social media like this young lady because of her age. You know, she's able to do this. Not everyone. In the case of my friend, his mother's aged, sick, and they said, take her for a test, to run some tests. And the hospital says she has cancer. And, well, for him, he said, no. I'm not in the country, but let's do another one. Let's go for a second and a third opinion.
Yeah.
The second opinion just showed that she had no cancer. The third one also. And they had already said they should admit her. And, you know, it's the speed at which they say, start chemo. And it's so alarming that, of course, out of fear, you want to make sure that the cancer doesn't spread. I guess that was the case of, you know, in this young girl's instance. So
let me play the devil's advocate here.
Okay.
I'm not going to give more details about this, but somebody came to the hospital with a lady. Let's say a lady came with a left-sided abdominal pain, and they tested her pregnancy test. It was positive, right? So they sent her for a scan, and the scan came back normal, no sign of pregnancy, but she was having abdominal pain, left or right abdominal pain, and the doctor, skillful, knowledgeable.
More news and information.
We'll be back after this break.
We'll be back in a moment.
Emirates.com. Fly Emirates. Fly better.
The energy from breakfast doesn't last my child the whole day. By halftime, your champ will be low on energy. That's why break time is the right time to refuel with the nourishing Milo drink.
Keep your champ in the game with a Milo drink in their lunchbox. It's made from the goodness of malt, milk, cocoa, and contains iron and calcium. Milo drink has a great taste your champs will love and a nourishing energy to help them make the most of every day. Milo, energy to go further.
Milo! In the cooking game, you need a winning game plan. I'm not just talking about your fresh ingredients, utensils, or cooking skills. I'm talking about your choice of seasoning. My game plan is incomplete without Maggi chicken flavor. Made with a flavorful formation of onions, celery, turmeric, it's my game changer. Elevate the taste of your everyday dishes with delicious rich chicken flavor. Oh yeah, let's go.
New Maggi chicken flavor, my game changer.
It's the Indomie Eat and Win promo. The more you eat, the more you win. How to win? Buy the Indomie Eat and Win promo pack. Find the promo code inside. Visit indomie.ng/eat and win. Enter your promo code and start earning points fast. For a chance to win exciting gifts and 1 million naira cash every week. for a lucky winner. So, hurry now. Eat and win. Let the winning begin. Visit indomie.ng/eat and win for more details. Terms and conditions apply.
What does it really mean to live limitless? It's a sojourn in Gombe, leading a procedure in Lagos. It's SMEs showing up every day, pushing through the odds. It's students in remote towns streaming global lectures in real time. It's you making big moves in London while chilling by the pool in Abeokuta. It's power. It's freedom. It's mounting a router outside and connecting it inside for super fast internet. It's Airtel 5G Smart Connect. Enjoy unlimited data for limitless living with Airtel 5G Smart Connect. Visit the nearest Airtel shop to get yours. Airtel.
Imagine walking through a single marketplace, hearing over 50 languages, seeing goods from 5 continents, and making deals that open up a continent's worth of opportunity. That's the Lagos International Trade Fair, organized by the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, running for the past 38 years. From November 7th to 16th, 2025, Tafawa Balewa Square, Lagos becomes the gateway to West Africa's biggest economy as ECOWAS clocks 50 and to over 200 million resourceful consumers. Whether you're looking to expand your brand, forge new partnerships, buy at discounted rates for all your Christmas purchases, or understand Africa's emerging markets, this is the fair for you. To exhibit your products and services, visit www.lagosinternationaltradefair.com to book your space. Attendance is free, but registration is compulsory for all visitors. For sponsorship and participation, please call 0700 524 6724 or send an email to litf@lagoschamber.com. Lagos International Trade Fair, connecting businesses, creating value.
Whether you're flying for a family celebration or a much-needed reunion, fly Emirates and start your holiday on board. Explore up to 6,500 channels of entertainment, including live sport. Stay connected with onboard Wi-Fi. Enjoy special meals and toys for kids and relaxing comfort with world-class service all the way. Choose from over 150 destinations, including Dubai, India, the UK and USA. Book now at emirates.com. Fly Emirates. Fly better.
Hey, yeah, now Rabi, with Orabi, but it's strong, my mouth is fresh, he clean well, oh, now Orabi, strong teeth Orabi, fresh bread Orabi, 24/7 with Orabi, strong teeth Orabi.
Give on our teeth 24 hours protection. Use Orabi today. The Nigerian Dental Association, Tanda Gidigba with Orabi.
This house will implement spending cuts on household essentials. First, cable subscription from premium to standard.
Aye.
Now, 3 crowns milk from...
Don't touch our 3 crowns milk, oh.
Why?
Mom sacrifices a lot, and 3 crowns milk nourishes Mom so that she can support our family.
Moms are our treasures beyond measure. So treasure Mom with 3 crowns milk today. 3 crowns milk. Healthy moms, happy families.
Why shop and wait online when you can shop at Cinemart, the store with the best prices under one roof in Lagos at the Palms Shopping Mall.
At Cinemart, you'll get the best prices on quality items from kitchen blenders to home decor, electronics, and more. Cinemart is opening on the 1st of November at the Palms Mall, Lekki. Shop early for Christmas and win amazing prices from television and gadgets to the ultimate price of Power Buy. Cinemart.
Omo, you find where you fit bet sharply and cash out anytime.
iLot Bet day here. From iLot Bet, football, withdrawal, odds with a boss brain, 100 million casino jackpots. You choke. Omo, your life fit change with iLot Bet. Bonus boku when you sign up. And iLot Bet iBot AI there to help you for predictions matter 247.
No dolo.
Sharply download the iLot Bet app now or visit www.ilotbet.com. If you snooze, you lose. I play, I win. iLot Bet. For 18 years and above, play responsibly.
My mama no lie, yo. Food way sweet, now money kill and plus everything combined, oh. Everything combined, oh. Ogbonge just the arrive, oh. She tell me say nah, Devon King, so yeah, oh, she dey use fry, oh. Yeah. Now why did you love it this sweet like this? Chicken in the crisp like this. Fry the plantain, the chips and fish. Everything sweet and bliss. It's very, very so, yeah, my cheese. Now we dey run it down like green. They cook it, they fry with
introducing the new Devon King's Soya Vegetable Oil from Devon King's, our trusted family brand. Available in stores nationwide.
This is what goodness tastes like. Golden caramel, creamy buttermint, and rich coffee. There's a Cadbury candy for every moment.
Cadbury caramel, Cadbury coffee, Cadbury buttermint. Sweet, smooth, and full of flavor. Whether you're chilling at home or on the move, there's a Cadbury candy for every mood.
Yeah, there's a Cadbury candy for every moment.
This one where you dey share Coke and Fanta today. What's it happen? My guy, you never hear them say 35cl plastic bottle don't drop to 300 naira. 300 naira. No be 350 we dey buy am before. Yes, so the price don't change. Now 300 naira now. Meaning say you dey save 50 naira for every bottle. This one na real small price, big refreshment. Oh yeah, my guy, you said take one bottle.
No lose guard, grab your favorite 35cl plastic bottle for Coke, Fanta or Sprite for just 300 naira for any store for your side. Promo go end when our will finish. Coca-Cola, real wonder.
E get many things where they gbadu pampe for. You fit dey transfer yafun free of charge.
Tell me more.
Data and airtime na cheap on top pampe.
No be tori na dey hear.
You pay for something, they give you something back. No be play.
No be cashback be that.
Dem still sama you reach 20% kule interest on top saving.
This better. Na more.
Na app we get many enjoyment and jollification. Na pampe. Say yes to more.
See, everybody with him own wahala. Every day comes with its own version of challenges, and you have to be ready to face them, because only then can you move on to the next. That's why I never miss my breakfast. Scratch that. My peak breakfast, with the nutrients and energy I need to face each day, one challenge at a time.
Every day is a good day to power on with a peak breakfast. Have you had your
peak? Reach for your peak.
Okay, let's do some value jet math. Take one dependable airline with a reputation for reliability. Add two exciting West African destinations, Accra and Banjul. Multiply by countless cultural experiences and breathtaking views. Divide by the consistent service ValueJet is known for. And what's your answer? The right formula for your next trip.
ValueJet connects you to West Africa with new routes to Accra and Banjul. Whether it's a business trip, bagging a degree, or a dream vacation, ValueJet will take you there. Book your journey on www.flyvaluejet.com.
Always ready.
ValueJet. Wings for everyone.
Cinemarts. Why shop and wait online when you can shop at Cinemarts, the store with the best prices under one roof in Lagos at the Palms Shopping Mall.
At Cinemat, you'll get the best prices on quality items from kitchen blenders to home decor, electronics, and more. Cinemat is opening on the 1st of November at the Palms Mall, Lekki. Shop early for Christmas and win amazing prices from television and gadgets to the ultimate price of Power Buy. Cinemat.
Little body, big moves. Little brain, big learning. Your little child is eager to do big things. Every sachet of Cerelac Junior comes with the nutrition they need: natural grains, protein, and iron to support their physical growth, learning, and development. So you can fully enjoy your little one's big moments of growth.
We inform, we inspire, we ignite the conversation.
It's a worthy conversation to have.
It would have been to the credit of the presidency of if he had released
Because the government is saying one thing, the people are saying a totally different thing.
When Nigeria issue has happened to them or their family, they will know that this is not.
Again, I don't think there is a perfect answer to the story.
We're discussing the EFCC and their war against corruption.
Let them work so that we will call the result.
Imagine that in 2026, we'll stop talking about corruption.
That their leaders say this is what you should do for them. Why can't you listen to them?
ADC warns against political witch hunt in coup pro.
Injustice will plunge this country into a chaos.
It's about you, the caller, the listener, the Nigerian on Nigeria Info. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info. I am weak to my bones. Dr. Fred is still in the studio with me. We're talking about medical negligence and malpractice in the country, and I've heard stories. My heart breaks into many pieces. And before we went on that break, Dr. Fred, you were telling us about the case of a person that came into the hospital with pain in the abdomen. The test came negative.
Yeah. So the pregnancy test came positive, this strip, right?
And
then so you have to send for a scanner. So the scan came fine, normal.
Nothing.
Now, this is why I'm sharing this story. The doctor refused to agree and refused to conclude with that result. You should pray that you have a doctor skillful, have the fear of God, knows what he or she is doing, and would not take a no for an answer. And the doctor said, please, I know you have spent money for this
test,
but I'm not okay with this. Can you please go somewhere else? Go to this place. I think I go here.
You can trust them.
I can trust them. Went there, and the result came back, and it was an emergency. This lady had a bleeding ectopic pregnancy. So if the doctor had concluded and said, okay, just take whatever analgesic, go home, you should be fine, or maybe this is just normal, whatever it is, the lady would have gone home and maybe passed on in her sleep.
They would have said village people.
They would have said it's village people. So I'm sharing this story because it's rare, it's difficult. We still have a lot of them. To actually see a doctor that is skillful, has the fear of God, and takes your matter at heart. But the sad part is any doctor who does that is always overworked. Because your human nature, your human conscience will not allow you go to bed and sleep and say, this is enough. I want to go further and be sure that I have done the best for this patient. So there are cases like that. Now, the error would have rested on the doctor, but here there was a medical error from the scan result. So it cuts across many areas. What can we do? Sincerely, the both of us here can do nothing except those at the top are ready to do something.
So what do we do? Because like you said, NARD is going on strike. There's a lot of, if we start talking about systemic failure, it's everywhere. It's in the health sector, it's in education. We saw that building where hostels that students have been sleeping in. I think it's in UNN. Thank God I never lived in a hostel, but it's a terrible situation that we found ourselves in. And whether we like it or not, our politicians really don't seem to care about these things. So where does that leave us?
NAD is going on strike very soon, in less than 48 hours. And the story will be doctors are wicked. They are heartless. They don't care. But if you understand that doctors don't have what they need to take care of you. So the chances of making error in your case is quite very high with what we have on ground. You go to hospitals, they tell you no bed now.
Yes. When Kofi's dad was sick, we bought literally everything down to the gauze and scissors.
No
insecticide. We bought buckets.
No syringe.
Nothing.
They tell you no medication. You have to go outside to purchase.
We bought gloves for the doctors and the nurses.
How far can we continue like this? And it's sad. The president of NAD made a tweet. I told you, and I shared my fear on that tweet. A lot will go wrong. A lot will happen. People will call us very soon on radio and tell us that doctors are wicked because of this and this. I lost, but we are losing. We'll only save a lot more if we can go on strike. If doctors can actually go on strike, because they have nothing on ground to work with. Doctors are dying. Oh, are you aware? They are collapsing at work. Now, please, don't get me wrong here. Trying to defend doctors 100%. I'm saying that the chances of doctors and other healthcare professionals making error is quite very high at this point in time. And if the leaders do nothing about it, you listening might be the next victim.
In case you're just joining us, we're talking medical negligence and malpractice in Nigeria. How do we put a stop to it? How can you even tell that you are not being misdiagnosed? Let me put it across to you, Dr. Fred, before I open up the phone lines, because the phone lines are open. We're live on Facebook.com/Nigeria Info FM. We're live on YouTube, Nigeria Info FM. Join us on X. Use the hashtag Hard Facts. You can send a message on WhatsApp. It's 08095975805. A young lady was wrongly diagnosed with cancer. Her insides fried. No options to freeze her eggs, and today she's suing. And she says it's a notable hospital in the country. If I walk into an institution and I'm saying a medical institution, a medical center, and I say, well, I feel pain in my chest or in my throat, I need to run a test, and they bring back the test to say I have throat cancer, God forbid. How am I supposed to know that? How do I get some clarity or certainty? What questions do I need to ask to be certain that I'm being properly served?
This is a very broad question, really. And I don't think a doctor will come and tell you straight up you have throat cancer. It takes a process. Do this, let's reconfirm, let's be sure. Your mind also tells you something is actually not going right. But if you just go to the hospital and they say you have a throat cancer, it's not always the case. So what can you do? Please, doctor, senior doctor, whatever. Can I have a second opinion? Would you mind if I see another doctor? Can you help me explain why you feel this is throat cancer? Do you know my teachers then in medical school, they would do this. They would, when teaching the patients, explaining, they would open the laptop and say, madam, sir, this is why I feel, trying to make the patient understand. So you have to break down the information in a manner and in a language that the patient can understand. Most times when we speak with patients and we ask them, okay, what are they treating you for? I don't know. Okay, what test did they say you should carry out? I don't know. Did they give you medication and they gave me one white and yellow and told me to, they didn't tell me to come back. So I tell people, when you go to the hospital, please never be scared. This is your life here. Ask questions. If it's not clear, please, it's not clear. But the problem we are having is that the doctors don't have enough time for these questions. And you hear, when I ask them, they tell me to go out. The doctor gets angry. Why are you interrogating me? Do you want? So there is a disconnect. A lot of doctors don't even understand that patients have the right to even ask you questions.
So how do we trust the system if the doctors are harsh, they're tired, or sometimes do not want us to ask many questions? I mean, I think it is a problem. It's a Nigerian problem, because, it's the same thing with schooling abroad. If you school abroad, you are allowed to ask as many questions, as many stupid questions as possible. Same thing in the hospitals. Just for clarity, why can't we have the same here? I mean, you've talked about the fact that government has neglected totally all, the systems, everything is getting rotten. So where do we turn to?
Should I add a little fun here? should I add a little fun, or let's keep making it intense? Let's turn to where we've always been turning to as Africans. We turn to God, because
it's not for this show, please.
Because
please leave God out of this.
Let's call them out. Let's call the Federal Ministry of Health.
Yes.
Let's call them out. What are they doing?
The oversight functions they're supposed to be carrying out, we don't see it.
Let's call the Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria.
Yes.
Let's call out HEFAMA, the Nursing Council, the Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria.
Yeah.
Let's call them out, for God's sake. You have family members. You have kids. These people can fall into the hands of wrong professionals. Let's wake up and do the right thing, for God's sake, at least for once. Now, the president of NAD is taking a very bold step, and we're all praying for him. It looks as if he's fighting against the system, but he's actually trying to help us. If every other association and every necessary body can wake up and join forces together, I think the leaders at the top will stop buying SUVs and yachts and private jets and divert the funds to the right place, and then sanitize the system. Listen, doctors are not even willing to work in this part of the world anymore. They're all thinking to run away. So when we're running away, there are some that are not even supposed to enter the system. Those guys will creep in. And when they creep in and you fall into their hands, the outcome might be very bad. So even though we are losing, which we shouldn't lose, let's also tighten the system and ensure that only those who are supposed to handle human lives should handle human lives. There are people on the road right now selling medications.
Let me call out one of our security guards, because I saw him the other day trying to buy, those ones they sell from the trays. And I said, in 2025, you're buying medication from a tray? Yeah, well, you don't have money. I said, no, please, that's not an excuse, because you're killing yourself. That might just be powder. Why are you smiling? It might be powder.
We
It's like buying medication on a bus.
I was talking about the fake drugs we have in the system again.
That's a whole kettle of fish on its own. I mean, we will not live here today.
So even if I prescribe the right medication for you right now, how am I sure
You're buying the right thing?
you're buying the right medication?
Oversight. 0201-277-0993. That's for the men. 0201-277-0993. 0201-465-7190. That is for the ladies. 0201-465-7190. We're live on Facebook and on YouTube. Post your comments. 60 seconds. Go straight to the point. Hello. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Hi, Dr. Fredosta. Hi, Mimi.
Hi.
Hi, good evening.
At this point, trust the medical sector at your own peril, honestly. Except there's a total overhauling and a reform of the medical sector. Anybody will go there and ask, is our own peril. I have a mommy pastor that was almost killed 2 weeks ago. She began to present with breathlessness, almost on the verge of death, only for us to discover that the drug she was given was meant for an asthmatic patient. Now, when she began to emaciate, we had to go to another hospital, and before you know it, we were able to salvage their situation. What if she had died? In fact, that hospital, they sue them presently. What if she had died? And you see all these anomalies left and right. Dr. Fredosta, today not reach all this topic where they talk about. What about objectification of my body when I present with a case and they are saying, look at how your breast looks like, this. The malpractice and the negligence and the misdiagnosis and prescription of drugs stinks to high heavens. Everything has to be addressed holistically.
Thank you, Mrs. Oboli. You just raised a point. A colleague here went for a breast check and she felt the inappropriateness from the doctor who was a bit too handsy. And this is why most people would rather get the same-sex doctor because, I mean, it's why? I don't get it.
See, I'm ashamed. I won't lie to you. Somebody told me the same thing and said, please, I don't want to see a male doctor.
Yeah.
And I say this, please. Under no circumstance should you be examined alone.
With a male in the room, yeah.
With an opposite sex doctor. Under no circumstance. If you say, I need a chaperone, and the doctor says no. Hello, sir. Hello, ma. It's okay. Thank you.
Have a good day.
Let's end it here.
Yeah.
Somebody must always be there, no matter how bad the case. Even if it's your husband, we have no chaperone. If it's your whatever, somebody has to be there.
Maybe a nurse or something.
Somebody needs to be there. It's shameful that we are hearing things like this. Previously, before we entered medical school like that, we're looking up to the people like these people were so holy and nice. But the things we hear every day breaks our heart, and it's shameful to be associated with a profession that people are messing up the profession.
Yeah,
and we need
giving
to get
people like
out.
you a bad name. Yeah. Someone here on YouTube Live says, Osai Okudaye says, it's really sad how the government has neglected the health sector because it doesn't touch them and their families directly. It is sad. All right, let's take another quick call, then we'll read some messages. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Good evening, Princess Mary Duke Ann Okon.
Well done.
Good evening to your guest, Dr. Fredo, sir.
Good evening.
This is Pastor Ladipo. I want to, Maryann, have you thought about those people that will tell us that they're doing general body check? These people that sells whether they call it supplement, and they come with all kinds of machines, and they say they are doing general body tests and all of that. That this is wrong with you, that is wrong with you. Before you know what is happening, they start prescribing some of these their drugs, and by the time you check those drugs, you will use and use and use. That was how my friend used one until the color of his urine changed.
The liver or the kidney has been affected.
The guy is no more now. Wow. So what I'm saying in essence is, what are we even doing about this particular set of people now? This one, they go about with all kinds of machines.
Thank you.
Please, I want Dr. Fredosa to speak to those machines.
Thank you, Pastor Ladipo. Before I call you Dr. Ladipo, Doctor, this is not a conversation we can have in one day, can we? I mean, it's...
What can we do about them?
What do we do? Because we need to... Again, it talks about... It goes to who are the guys who are in charge of making sure that these people don't flood our system?
The best the both of us can do right now is
what we're doing.
What we're doing. Trust me. Yeah. The people with the power, The people who have the backing by law, where are they? No. Are they not listening right now? Are they not listening? Are we saying that they don't exist? But they are being paid now. And then people walk on the streets. I didn't tell you about mine, Abi. They met my mom too and told her, you have this, you have that, you have that. God. And this, no doctor would do that. I know we are now in the public health space and we are teaching. I'm not desperate to sell anything to you. I'm not desperate to tell you. I'm very convinced and I'm very, very, very sure of myself to tell you to go see another doctor if you doubt what I'm saying. Any doctor in the world, if you understand. But when you tell somebody that this is the problem and you must start now, then there is a problem with you.
So it means that we need to take heed as Nigerians that if somebody is impressing upon you to start now, then you should be suspicious. Go get second and third opinion. There's nothing wrong in doing that. Let me read this message quickly because we have just 1 minute to go. This one says it's not only in medical line, it's all across our profession. What can be the cause of is a bad system of education. Someone who can't get credit in chemistry and physics on his own knowledge then decided to study medicine. We have many unqualified doctors and they're working in hospitals. Daily in Songo. Someone here, Abe here says, Maryann, I was diagnosed AA and I used to report to marry an AS. Eventually we gave birth to SS. So you were obviously AS. You were obviously AS. It's a terrible situation that we found ourselves in this country. This one says the ripple effects of this is that people that can afford it will look for medical care outside in Nigeria. The one I experienced, I lost my first baby and I almost lost my mind. I thought I was going to lose my wife that year. That was one of the reasons that influenced my decision to move abroad or move them abroad. I would have said God save Nigeria, but we have a duty to save our Nigeria. It's true. And that's why I tell people that leave God out of this thing. Until we take it upon ourselves to make things right, things are never going to be right. But Dr. Fred, I want to thank you so much. It's a very sad conversation to have, but it's also our reality, and we must keep talking about it. And you do a lot of talking on your social media. I think we can keep having these conversations every now and again. Thank you so much, Dr. Fred, for coming on the show. I do appreciate it.
It's a pleasure, Maryann. Thank you for having me.
All right. Well, Lagos, that's the show. I'll see you guys tomorrow on Hard Fact Awards. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Threads, MIMIEYO. Follow Dr. Fredo Star. You know his handles. Follow him and get more medical information. And don't only rely on Dr. Fredo. Go and ask your doctor.
Always.
Go and ask your doctor. Bye-bye, Lagos. See you tomorrow.
More talk, news, and sports after this.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.